This wind, we are logging a good 8 knots. The Rio Tinto's in a hurry to get me home.
She's a good ship. I can understand your feelings, Captain.
Yes, Pedro. We're put on the beach so younger men can take our places. Now that I'm reaching retirement after so many years of navigation, I feel like a wrecked ship, driven ashore on a barren island and left there to rot in the sun.
Captain, I can't hope to have a career as great as yours.
There's one thing in which I've failed. Getting rid of Moloch. Catching that accursed pirate and his crew of ruffians and destroying Evil Island.
Evil Island? Why hasn't anything been done to clear out that pirate's lair?
The forces at our disposal at Puerto Suarez are not sufficient for an attack on the island. The hideout of Moloch, fortress on Evil Island, well armed with breastworks and cannons. And from that stronghold, he rules the Spanish Main.
Captain?
A cup of chocolate, Pedro? You better get used to drinking chocolate if you want to take my place on this ship.
Yes.
Have some.
Thanks.
It's good. Commandante, about my promotion. You're retiring, and you're leaving me behind as a lowly cook. My ancestors...
I know, Tortilla. Your ancestors fought in the Crusades, and you want to exchange the skewer for the sword. You mustn't ask me. You must ask Captain Valverde. He's your new commandante.
Oh.
I'll consider your request, but you must remind me every now and then.
Yes, sir. I'll remind you every day.
Lifeboat sighted! There's a body on board!
All hands to port. Look. Come alongside. I'll wager that this dead man comes from Moloch. His farewell to me.
You know what I would do, Captain? Try not to let this fellow become an obsession with you.
You're too inexperienced, Pedro. This monster Moloch is capable of any kind of brutality.
He's still breathing.
Hoist him aboard.
Your wig.
Why should I wear it to examine a dead man? My wig is only for patients who can see it.
But, Doctor, he's still alive.
He is?
Yes, he is.
Oh, bless my soul. Then I'll need my wig to warm my brains.
Here. Take his pulse. Well?
Why, he's almost dead. Not even I could be of any use to him.
Man your posts. Resume course.
Jose. Navarro. What happened?
Moloch. It was Moloch who clawed me like this. Those iron talons. My ship. My men, my gold. All at the bottom of the sea.
Where, Captain? When?
2 miles from Tortuga. No one knew my course. Then out of the night like a ghost ship. devil sent a spy on board?
Who?
A woman. She bears a tattoo mark right here. She's the one. The spy who betrayed us. You'll find her at Puerto Suarez. Her name is...
The name? Now you know what Moloch is. May God have mercy on those poor women.
All accounted for. This is expensive merchandise that Moloch will want to examine himself. Moloch doesn't ask too big a price for you, I might even buy you for myself. Take her away.
Can't take your eyes off her, right, Corvo? Let's get moving. Moloch's waiting for us.
The only thing that Moloch's thinking about is a moment when Alma falls into his arms. Come on.
Do you like it? Besides your share, take this.
I'm not interested in these trifles. There were 100,000 pieces of gold on that ship. Where are they?
We didn't have time to look. The hulk went down before we could find it. But we took the women, and they're worth a lot of gold.
As usual, you were more interested in the women than you were in searching the ship. I think I know you, Moloch. You'd throw yourself at the feet of the first girl who'd look at you.
Alma, that's not true. No one else exists for me. You're the woman I want. Only you, Alma.
I know, Moloch.
We have a huge treasure, Alma. Why don't we take it and go away from here? We'll find a new home where no one knows us.
And all your men?
What about them? They've got plenty of booty.
Are you mad, Moloch?
Why won't you go?
Why? Because I want to tear the jewels off the women of Puerto Suarez. To humiliate all of them. The way they humiliated me when I was a slave. And they were my masters. I want revenge. Look at this. The mark that proves I'm a Spanish slave. Do I have to tell you what this does? To any young Creole girl that happens to be beautiful, she has to be the plaything of her master. No, Moloch. You agreed to our pact. You took pity on me when you found me, and you saved me from the man who had me branded, the master who meant to kill me. Your protection and your wealth have given me life and freedom. And who would suspect that Donna Alma Morales, the wealthiest proprietor of plantations in Puerto Suarez, has to spend the rest of her days branded with the infamous mark of a slave? Instead, I'm respected, and I use my position to find out what I can about wealthy cargo vessels, and I give you this information. We're a pair, Moloch. I promise I'll be yours when I've had my revenge.
Tell me what to do.
I want all the riches of Puerto Suarez. And I want all the Spanish women branded.
There is Porto Suarez. We are about to enter the bay.
Do you want me to take command, Captain Jose?
No, leave it to me. These are the last orders I shall give on my ship. Good luck, Pedro. I hope you catch Malik. Furl the mains. Ready the anchor. Starboard cannonade. Salute.
Arriba! Arriba! Arriba!
It's the Rio Tinto, commanded by Captain Jose. Let's hope this time he's had good hunting and been able to catch Malik. But here in Puerto Suarez, we're not going to let him bother us. I requested more soldiers and guns from Spain. And when they arrive, that'll be the end of Malik.
Consuela, at Santa Cruz, we heard rumors about Malik's terrible cruelty.
Yes, and when the townspeople heard his name, they even made the sign of the cross.
Thank goodness you have come back safely. I was worried all during your long voyage. Apropos of the trip, you ought to speak to Captain Jose. This was his last voyage.
Oh? Is he going back to Spain?
Unfortunately. Because we've had to appoint a younger commander for the vessel.
Who?
Pedro Valverde, of one of the greatest families of Saragossa. And he's not married.
It seems to me you haven't lost much time, Consuela.
You're right, Don Alvarado. I've made a list of all the eligible men in the colony.
And where is Donna Alma?
At her plantation. She hasn't forgotten you. Oh, by the way, I've invited her to come to your party.
Do you think my father will end up marrying Donna Alma?
I'd say so. He seems to have been very happy while we were away.
It seems so peculiar to have a stepmother who's almost the same age. But I'm grateful that she will be a comfort to my father.
I can believe that when we were away, she was a tremendous help to your father. But what's the viceroy going to say?
Why?
Donna Alma is rich. Everyone respects her. But she's still a Creole and not of noble blood. And if Don Alvarado marries her, he might be forced to resign as governor.
I hope he marries soon. Then we can go back to Spain. They don't need us here.
Yes.
I don't like you running risks like this, Alma.
Don't worry, Malik. I'll be all right. Call back all the men at sea and tell those on the island to get ready. Sancho will let you know when it's the right time for you to attack. I'll go to the tavern myself tonight and speak to him. This will be the end of Puerto Suarez, and I want to see it. I'll go straight to my plantation, and in Puerto Suarez, I'll call on Don Alvarado. He wants me to marry him. I might even say yes.
Just be careful. Don't let her out of your sight, or you'll have to answer to me for her with your heads. Get going. What a horrible loss to Spain. He always knows which ships to attack. I asked for more reinforcements to be stationed at Veracruz. With them, we can blockade Evil Island and punish them all. They'll die of famine.
Excellency, I've given orders to all hands to be quiet about the loss of Captain Navarro's ship.
A good idea, Captain. This bad news will have to wait until our forces have completely surrounded Moloch and we have destroyed him. Captain Jose.
Yes, Excellency.
With 30 men, you will depart tonight on the Salamanca, which will be under your authority. I still have great need of you, Captain. When you reach Veracruz, you will take command of the fleet and lead it to Puerto Suarez.
Thank you, Excellency. I was afraid I would have to end my days in retirement out in the country.
Forgive me, Your Excellency. But what do you intend to do about discovering the spy that Captain Navarro told us about?
Oh, fantastic. Impossible. Pedro, there are no women in the palace we could even suspect. You're new here, Pedro. No one knows who you are in Puerto Suarez. You could do some investigating. But in secret, bring what you learned to me.
Captain Jose, welcome. Welcome back to Puerto Suarez.
The best part of any voyage is being welcomed home by you, my dear.
Captain Pedro Valverde, the new commander of the Rio Tinto, my daughter, Bianca. And Senorita Consuela Zapata, my daughter's companion.
Excellency, let's show Don Jose the garden.
I have something I want to return to you.
To me? Something of mine? No, those don't belong to me. They're Consuela's. Return them to her.
Oh, really? Well, these blue flowers would be much more flattering to a redhead.
You are right. I have to pay the penalty. What is it, Commandante?
The first dance at your party.
Oh, it's already taken by my father.
The second, then.
But it's reserved for Don Jose.
But he'll be going at sundown.
Don't you think you're being a bit selfish? Maybe you should be satisfied with what you've already taken from Don Jose, Captain.
I haven't taken his ship away. I was assigned to it.
I was mistaken. I'm so sorry. Come, Consuela.
Tortilla!
Captain
What are you
Pedro.
doing here?
Just looking around, watching the crowd.
Uh-huh. Looking at the girls.
No, I'm not. Where there are gold and jewels around in a marketplace, somebody's bound to try to steal them, and then the trouble begins. If I can start a fight and prove to you how courageous I am, then you'll make me a soldier. Right?
Good hunting. And keep your eyes open.
Just watch me, Captain. If there's a fight, I'll be in it.
It's a beautiful necklace. It would look lovely around your throat, Donna Alma.
Thank you, Luis, but the captain saw it before I did.
That's very kind of you, Don Alma.
You know me.
The whole town's been speaking of you. When I first came ashore, I only heard talk of the beautiful Alma.
Disappointed?
No, fascinated.
I thought officers were really interested in arms and fortifications.
That's right. But even more interested in learning how to conquer them.
Very kind of you. I'm sure that you must have a fiancée who'd love to wear this necklace. Or is she your wife?
Neither one nor the other.
Isn't there some lady?
I'm a lone wolf.
Oh. Pity I haven't brought along a cage to keep you in.
You don't need a cage to keep me near you.
Thief! Thief, where did you get this bracelet? This is stolen property, and you were about to buy it.
Don Ramiro, I didn't know.
This bracelet was stolen from my wife. Where did you get it?
That's enough. Let go of my servant.
I say this man is a thief, and you'll do well to keep out of it.
I gave it to him in payment for work. Don't tell me he stole it from your wife, when there are hundreds exactly like it.
Since when does a senorita give such a precious gift to a servant? Unless he earned it.
You scum! Let go. Beg the lady's pardon.
If you weren't an officer, I'd teach you a lesson.
If the uniform bothers you.
Be careful. Captain Valverde, do try to be careful.
I must help the captain.
Senorita Bianca, Consuela.
Captain,
I'm
do
so-
you really think you should speak to me after indulging in a street fight?
Senorita, I'll explain it all if you'll let me.
Come with me, Consuela.
Insist, Captain. She's been speaking of you all night long.
Captain, I protest. Your men dragged me out of bed and threw me on the floor. And that's not all.
Oh, you can't imagine why they did it, eh?
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you want from me? Wasn't that trouble in the marketplace enough? And besides, a couple of thieves robbed me of 100 pieces of 8.
All right, Luis. I want the truth about that bracelet you were going to buy.
No, I don't know anything.
If I were to give you back your pieces of 8s.
Well, you might be able to learn something. The servants of Donna Alma can't be trusted. The bracelet might even be booty from a pirate ship.
And what do you know about Donna Alma?
She's as rich as a queen and smarter than a fox. Beautiful. Close friend of the governor.
And those two rascals, how can I find them without their mistress knowing?
Come with me. All we have to do is visit a few taverns. We'll find them. First, we'll try Sancho. At the sign of the Burning Witch. They usually go there. Let's go in, Captain. We'll wait here and see what happens. The man behind the counter is Sancho. He's a master of the knife.
don't care to spoil my artist's hands on jaws like theirs.
Have a look.
You stupid idiots. This morning, that bracelet nearly ruined everything for us.
Don't you worry. No one's discovered anything yet, Sancho.
Tell Malik that the party will be Saturday night. Alma will find a way of getting our men into the palace. Come on, we'll continue this outside. Alma's expecting us.
What news have you?
Everything is all right, Alma. Within 7 hours, Malik will have your message.
Go back to the plantation. And don't show your faces in the city again. Throw that jug away.
But it's wrong!
Pretend you're attacking me. This way, Captain. And tonight I had suspicions my servants were up to no good, so I followed them.
It's dangerous to find your way around the taverns.
I couldn't possibly know where they were heading. I kept behind all the way to the tavern. I didn't have enough courage to go in. They found me outside, completely alone, and they tried to kill me. And they would have succeeded except for your intervention. I'm grateful to you. Tomorrow, I'm going to tell the governor about your courageous act, though I'm afraid he'll be furious that I went out without an escort.
Don't tell him anything about it, then. But tell me, how did you happen to take those two rascals into your service?
They showed up unexpectedly at the plantation. Out of work, famished. So I took them in. I always was a sentimentalist.
But you know how to use a dagger.
When I need protection.
Louise said you invented a story to account for the jewelry. Is it true?
I did. Does it matter now what I told you about it? Because it brought us together.
As soon as we can secure these light buoys together with chains, we'll block the entrance to the harbor. If we surround the entire entrance with these buoys, and a ship hits them, the bells will give the alarm.
Are you afraid of a surprise attack, Captain?
I don't know, but I want these made ready. We have to be prepared for anything. Gentlemen, I'm sorry, but we on the Rio Tinto must remain on board tonight. If there's going to be an attack, we'll be ready. Have you any objections?
No, Captain. No, sir.
Good. You're free till sundown.
Consuela!
Lieutenant, are you coming tonight?
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Consuela. I'm ordered to stay on board.
Why?
The captain seems to be afraid of phantoms. I'll go with you.
I can't let you pass. Captain's orders. At your service, ma'am. This way. Watch your step now. Be careful.
You men are free until sundown. Oh, senorita. May I have some water, please?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Alma! What are you doing here? Who gave you the permission to come aboard? Oh, forgive me.
I came to take back my portrait. I gave it to Don Jose many years ago when he brought me from Spain to Puerto Suarez. I doubt that you'll have use for it, Captain.
It's so beautiful. If you leave it, it'll bring me good fortune.
Why don't you get one of Donna Alma? If you want me to, I'll speak to her.
Bianca, now I'm going to tell you what I wanted to tell you last evening. Why I can't come to your party.
Have you something more interesting to do? Or perhaps it's a woman.
I'm staying on board my ship.
Then it's really true what my father said. You're afraid of someone.
I'm not afraid for myself, but for the governor. And above all, for you. Listen to me. At the palace, there's a woman who works for Moloch. She informs him of each one of our movements. I may not be right, but I have a suspicion who it is, and I've got to get to the bottom of it.
Donna Alma?
It's too early for me to say. Bianca, you can help me. As a woman, and in the confidence of the Creole, the first chance you get, I want you to find out if she has a mark branded on her left side.
Don't you think it would be much better if you asked her?
I must play my cards the way I believe best, if I want to unmask her. Bianca, I swear to you, there's no other woman in my life except you.
Is that true?
Everyone's on board, Malik.
The boats are ready, Corvo. Have the ships move as far as they can into the port. Then choose the swimmers who will cut the chains guarding the Spanish ships.
I've got just the ones to do it.
Very good. Fire a few shots at the city. But don't aim your big guns at the castle. Corvo, what's the matter?
I don't know, Malik. The plan is good enough, but this time frankly, I'm worried that the Spanish forces might be stronger than ours. I think you're too much influenced by the advice of that woman.
To you, she's Donna Alma Morales. Remember that. It'll be better for you if I never hear her name mentioned again by that dirty mouth of yours.
I just wanted to tell you that Puerto Suarez isn't going to give in so easily, Malik.
The surprise attack will take the Spaniards unaware. You draw their attention away while we gain entry into the palace. We must work fast. We have to get out of there while they're still too stunned to return our fire.
I'll do my best. Gringo! Gringo, go with the chief. Make ready the mainsail.
Captain. Tortilla, come on in. Now, what have you been doing? Busy in the kitchen?
Captain, the whole city is busy celebrating the return of Senorita Bianca. And I thought that maybe you would like to celebrate, too, with something absolutely magnificent.
Thank you, Tortilla. I'm sure it must be delicious. But why the swords?
Where? You mean those, the sabers. I put them there to remind you to make me a soldier.
Now, if the cake is as good as it looks, then you'll never leave the kitchen.
But I have the spirit of a warrior.
And the hands of a cook.
Don DeRiso, it's marvelous to see you.
Don Alvarado, this party makes me feel like a young man. I wouldn't miss a chance to come to a party honoring your daughter.
Thanks.
And now, I have a little gift for you. Bianca, would you mind putting it on yourself? Because I've forgotten how it closes.
But you're really too generous, Don DeRiso.
My dear, you deserve it. Because you're so beautiful. And now, Your Excellency, tell me when the dancing begins. After all, I'm the liveliest dancer here. Consuelo, you come with me. Let's try to find a bottle of wine that's even older than mine.
I'm so happy.
I'm glad, Bianca.
Tell me, Father, where's Donna Alma?
She's not feeling very well. It's only a headache. She'll be here later on.
Do you want me to go and talk to her?
Oh, no, my dear. When a woman has a headache, the only medicine is to leave her alone in peace and quiet.
It doesn't seem as if she'll have much peace and quiet tonight.
themselves at the party, but not for long. Are the men here?
Yes, we're waiting for a signal from Alma.
It'll be a shock to the Spaniards when we turn their celebration into a surprise party.
Cut the chains of the life, boys. Continue to shore and join Moloch's men. They'll need you. If anyone gets wounded, go to Sancho's tavern for help. Get going.
Grapes ripened in the sun of Spain. It makes me drunk with nostalgia. What are they doing?
Everybody's getting ready to dance. Would you join me in the minuet?
In a minute, my dear. First, another little glass.
Your Excellency, my orchestra waits your command. I've composed a little minuet. Shall I begin?
You can begin, but mind what I told you. Don't beat those drums too much.
I've abolished that, Excellency. At that point, 3 beats of silence to give time for eyes to meet eyes, and time for hands to squeeze.
They're all having a good time, and here we are watching the fish. With Captain Jose, this would never have happened to us.
He's young, ambitious. He wants a career.
Yes, but at our expense.
Look out! Is everything all right?
All's well, Captain.
Have a pint of rum distributed to the men on guard.
You are marvelous tonight, Alma. I would like to dance every dance with you.
That woman is very lovely, isn't she? But, Consuela, I'm afraid of her.
I think all women are afraid of her cleverness, and if sharp glances were needles, Donna Alma would be as full of pins as a pincushion.
Put down your arms. The party will continue. Only I'm in charge of it now.
Allegro con brio.
Pardon our late arrival, Your Excellency, but the road we took was muddy and slowed us down.
I'll pardon you when I see you hanged.
The rope isn't around my neck yet, Your Excellency. If you don't mind, I'll take a little remembrance from each of your guests.
You don't appear to be very disturbed, Donna Palmer.
I never get upset.
It's fate.
You lied to me, you scoundrel.
Sound the alarm. Men to starboard.
Man your posts! Gun crews at the ready! Quickly! Move!
Idiots, they've been seen by the Spaniards. Hoist the sails! Man the starboard post! Broadside! Fire!
Guns to port! Fire! Lieutenant Esteban, take command of the ship. Lieutenant Ramon, ready to disembark.
The Spaniards have started to bombard us. Gringo! Call your men together.
Moloch! You're the spy!
Gringo! You found out too much. Take her away.
No! No!
Moloch, you've got to get out of here. Take Bianca with you. She's found out everything.
What have we got here? Acid. Nitric acid. Too bitter. Chinkova pulvis. What's in this? I wonder what's in this one.
I'll take that. Miserable oaf. Good old snake venom. My favorite medicine.
And now you look like a real doctor.
Where's my patient?
The captain felt very good this morning, so he got up early and went to see the governor.
Did he look pale?
No, he seemed to be normal.
But his behavior's been so strange, illogical, unreasonable.
Before he went, he said for you to take better care of your wig.
Belay that, you landlubber.
I cannot afford to lose one of my best officers. I prefer to wait for reinforcements before attacking Evil Island.
Excellency, this time let's use our heads, not force. Do you think Moloch, while under attack, would ever think of defending your daughter? I'm going to go down there and find her.
As Bianca's father, I thank you. But as your commanding officer, I order you to remain in Puerto Suarez.
I beg your excellency. Before I have to go on board, would you do me the favor of reading my plan? 1 minute. I must ask you to promise me that you will tell no one what I've written.
You have my word.
You're right. Doctor.
The signorina.
Donna Alma.
Sit down.
Thank you.
I'm delighted to see you. But why haven't you found time to pay me a visit?
Signora, you know that I have too many patients to be able to do as I'd like to.
That's a pity. Captain Pedro Valverde is looking ever so much better. He's already spent a half hour talking with His Excellency.
A very delicate case. He was wounded in the heart, Donna Alma, and a man in love.
And I repeat, I cannot obey such a heartless order.
Take care what you say, Captain.
I know what I'm saying. I cannot and will not obey you.
Lieutenant, Captain Valverde is under arrest. When he has handed over his sword, take him away to prison. You will leave for Spain on the first ship to sail, and the High Court will pass sentence on your disgraceful act of insubordination.
Pedro.
Alma.
Pedro.
How did you manage to get past the guards?
Gold opens doors. Pedro, I still don't know why you're in prison. Don Alvarado wouldn't explain anything to me.
He kept insisting that we attack Evil Island. You can't sacrifice thousands of men just to save one stupid girl.
I thought that you were in love with her.
When an officer is only paid in medals and honors, he needs a rich woman that will help him to power.
I'd like to believe you.
How can you doubt me? When before me stands a real woman. A woman of riches, power, and fire.
Pedro, if they do send you back to Spain, what do you think will happen?
I'd be discharged from the Navy. I'd change my name, and who knows, some rich widow might take pity on me.
You don't have to go to Spain. I'll get you out of here, Pedro. You'll have all the gold you want, and me too, if you'll come with me.
Where?
To Evil Island.
You win. You are my woman.
The Spanish naval reinforcements have entered the port, and others are following. Get these sailors to talk to you. I don't think there should be any trouble because of the language. I want to know how many men, cannons, and ships they have at Puerto Suarez. Get moving. Not you, Palomita, no. Without you, I'd be like a blind man.
The 50-cannon Santa Catalina, the 40-cannon Mallorca, and the 2-masted Amistad were sunk during the night, Excellency.
They should have arrived here 3 days ago. And the Navy transports? Gloriosa, Rio Blanco?
They anchored down the coast. The Gloriosa is at Cape Wind, and the Rio Blanco in Red Bay. Their crews abandoned ship, and will join us here.
Gentlemen, Captain Jose Ribera is reassuming command of the Rio Tinto and will be your new admiral. Here is the detailed description of the plan of attack on Evil Island. Admiral Ribera will scrutinize this carefully and then give each one of you the orders that you are to follow. Gentlemen, dismissed.
They'll save her. Yonkers in every one of their hearts.
I hope so. This is the plan of attack of Pedro Valverde. Be sure you pay strict attention to his instructions.
And when is Pedro Valverde departing for Spain?
He's already left, Admiral, unless the prisoner escaped on his way to the ship this morning.
What's the word from Puerto Suarez?
Not so good, Corvo, not so good. At Puerto Suarez, there are more soldiers than lice in your hair, and that's no exaggeration. And Donna Alma.
She arrived this morning on her ship. She had a new recruit with her. You know who it is?
If you mean Captain Pedro, the whole city's talking about his escape. Why? What's the matter with you?
I don't know, Sancho. But he escaped much too easily.
Don't worry about it. I guarantee you that Donna Alma has never made a mistake.
You're right. She never makes mistakes. Let's go see Malik. He wants to know the latest news from the city.
Let's go.
Not now.
Here's the girl.
Corvo, don't harm her. She's our protection against attack. You talk to her. Your methods are faster than mine.
The Spaniards are preparing to put a blockade around the island. I want you to write to your father and say that if he wants to see you alive again, he'll have to send those ships back to Spain.
And tell him that Moloch doesn't want war.
No.
It's not smart to refuse. Alma, you can probably find ways to convince her.
Unfortunately, you saw that I was branded. Since you're so curious, we're going to brand you.
As a sign of hate. But yours is a sign of shame.
You're not a very good diplomat, Alma. Listen to me. You write the letter we want, or we'll send you back to His Excellency in pieces. An eye, an ear. And let Don Alvarado see if he can put you back together again. Would you prefer to save your father this trouble? You have the entire night to think about it. Give us your answer in the morning. I think she'll cooperate. Put this away.
Pedro!
You wanted to see me?
Do you know Pedro, my new lieutenant? Oh, excuse me. I meant to say that a few days ago, he was in the service of His Majesty the King of Spain. But now he's a deserter and has joined with us.
Have you, Pedro?
This woman bores me, Malik. I'd hope to find good wine in the best company.
Sit down.
Take her.
Oh, no!
There's no time to ransom these women. Take them away.
Ship's crew ready to sail, Don Jose.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Give orders for departure.
All hands ready to sail!
I'm worried.
Who knows what we'll find on Evil Island?
Try not to worry about it, Your Excellency. Bianca's much too important a hostage for Malik. He wouldn't dare harm her because he needs her to bargain with you.
And if he's already killed her?
No need to worry. Pedro is there. If Bianca's life is in any danger from Malik, Pedro is sure to defend her.
Don't be afraid, Dolores. You've got to help me. Come here. We're being spied on.
Oh.
Maybe the girl would prefer me, Captain.
Let's talk about it tomorrow.
Whenever you want. But I'm going to have that girl, and I'm not going to let you stand in my way.
Too bad, because I want this girl.
We both do. And let's settle it tomorrow.
Will you forgive me? It was only play acting. Do you understand? I'm only here to help Bianca. Do you know where she is?
Yes, they've hidden her in a cave. It's the same place where the pirates store their treasure. There are 4 men guarding it, day and night.
Will you take me to it?
I'll do my best, but in these caves, it's easy for a person to get lost.
Get out. The hour has come. Most of the men have already gone on duty aboard their ships, ready to repel any attack by the Spanish fleet. The rest of the men have gone up the coast.
Who's guarding the treasure?
All the guards are asleep.
What are we waiting for?
For Corvo to depart. He hates me for my influence over Moloch. He's a dangerous man, Pedro.
Where are you going? Is he tired of you already?
Let me go. You're breaking my arm.
My hands are still with a Spaniard. Speak.
He sent me away. There's another woman with him.
Who is it? Tell me. Tell me who it is.
The Creole.
It's Alma.
We're not in any danger of being seen. All the men are aboard ship or sleeping.
Where's your boat?
At the east side of the island. Let's hope nobody decides to go there tonight. Come on. You open it, Pedro. The most valuable jewels are in the green chest.
Won't open. sorry to do this to you, Alma.
Curse you! Pedro! Pedro! Pedro!
Pedro.
Bianca! Bianca.
Malik, wake up! Alma's escaped with the Spanish captain. She's betrayed you. Look!
Hey, you! No one's allowed down here.
Then what are you doing here? Bianca, I've got to find some way to prepare a surprise for Malik. He deserves it.
They'll pay for this. They'll never get out of here alive. Did you sound the alarm?
All the exits are covered.
Get out of here, you miserable wharf rats.
The Spanish fleet has been sighted.
They're going to blockade the bay.
We got to get our ships out fast. Corvoy wants you to fake an attack on the Spanish ships at the entrance to the harbor. Then sheer off as if you were running away. They'll give chase and you can lead them within range of our coastal batteries.
Why can't I stay here with you, Malik?
You're more valuable to me aboard ship. I'd like to go with you, but I can't. You know why. Adios.
Adios.
There's my little surprise for Malik. We have to try and find a way out of here. Don't be afraid. The fuse is long enough.
There he is. Ah! Hey, what's this?
I'll make you suffer 1,000 deaths. Until you beg me to let you die. They found the others. Don't shoot, I want them alive.
Bianca, we've got to separate. While I try and warn the others, you must light this fuse and let your father know that you've reached safety.
I can't leave you. It's better that we die together, Pedro.
Bianca, now listen. I've already told your father that unless he sees the signal, he's not to fire a shot at Evil Island. If that happens, then we really will be lost. Go now.
Put your sword down. The game is almost over, Captain. Where's the girl?
You look for her. It's part of the game, isn't it?
Not the most important part. Go and look for the girl.
Jose, the signal. Bianca is saved.
Yes, Excellency. Captain Pedro has succeeded. Now we'll be able to enter the harbor and bombard Malek's fortress. Lieutenant Ramon, signal the Rio Blanco, the Salamanca, and the El Dorado to follow us into the harbor and open fire on the island. Esteban, we'll stand by to protect these ships, and we must be ready for hand-to-hand fighting if necessary. Get going. Your Excellency, with the help of God, by tomorrow morning, Evil Island will no longer exist.
This is my last hour, but I want the pleasure of seeing you suffer, with a face covered with blood and tears.
The island's on fire! Malek's plan to trick him has failed. Change course! We're going to attack the Spaniards! We haven't lost yet! We'll board the ship and kill every one of them! Fire broadside!
Fire the starboard cannon! Attack on Malek's evil island. Look, Malek's fleet has been destroyed to the last ship. Those pirates have been swept from the sea.
Don't leave me yet. Stay with me. Death had to come this way. I'm paying for my mistakes. I loved you with all my heart.
Forgive me, Alma. I was forced to deceive you.
I know. And in spite of that, they were the happiest moments of my life. Pedro, promise me that you won't tell anyone that I bear the mark of a slave girl.
I promise, Alma.
I'm dying. Leave me. Pedro. I must wait for death alone. I might be afraid. And you must never see that. Pedro. Please. Go now.
Comandante? The chocolate.